And welcome to First Alert Weather Extra on this Monday, July the 20th. I'm First Alert meteorologist Andrew Tate. Thank you for joining me for our show today here on East Texas Now. Want to get right into things here. We are talking about triple-digit heat this week and then a potential tropical storm in the Gulf. At this time, only a tropical depression. Tropical Depression 2 officially was formed over the weekend, but as of the 4 o'clock update from the National Hurricane Center, still a tropical depression, but is expected to become a tropical storm within the next 24 hours. The NOAA hurricane hunters will be investigating more this evening, and we'll get on to that in just a moment. But again, thank you for joining me for the show today. Let me get the latest on this tropical depression pulled up, and we will get rolling here on this Monday edition of the show. So here we go. The latest advisory from the National Hurricane Center came out at 4 o'clock, and the previous advisory was at 10 o'clock this morning. Winds about the same. Pressure has dropped just a little bit, and then movement is still about 3 miles per hour to the northwest. You can see this is kind of over the northeastern Gulf off of the coast of Florida. I want to show you the latest forecast path, or the latest cone of uncertainty from the National Hurricane Center. This is again expected by tomorrow afternoon, probably before tomorrow afternoon, really overnight tonight, to strengthen into a tropical storm and become Tropical Storm Bertha, and then move to the west along the northern Gulf Coast. A large part of East Texas is under the cone of uncertainty for this system. However, the impacts from this do look to be minimal to none for us here in East Texas. Not something that we're extremely concerned about at this point, but do want to continue to update you on this because it is in the Gulf and we are in that cone of uncertainty. So that is the latest on that. And again, don't want to bury the lead on that. I think that's probably, if not the top weather story for us this week, it will be the second top weather story for us this week. I think if it's not the first will be the extreme heat that we are expecting over the next couple of days. So let's get back into the forecast here locally for this evening. Hot out there. Temperatures still in the mid to upper 90s across East Texas as we kind of go into the 6 o'clock hour, and then as we go into the overnight, dropping down into the low 80s under mostly clear skies with light winds overnight. Our 7-day forecast is going to feature high temperatures in the upper 90s, near 100, if not 100 or higher over the next 7 days. We do think the confidence is there that by Wednesday we're going to make it to 100. We're going to go ahead and pull the trigger, if you will, and call it 100 for Wednesday, and then upper 90s Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, back to about 100 by Monday of next week. Very limited chances for rain over the next 7 to 10 days. Let's take a look at our Weather Extra Super 7-day forecast. Tuesday, sunny skies, hot, high of 99. It's going to feel like the triple digits out there. Heat advisory in effect for Tuesday. Light winds out of the northwest into Wednesday. Sunny to mostly sunny skies, still hot, high of about 100. A heat advisory will be likely for Wednesday, if not an excessive or an extreme heat warning, with a heat index that could approach maybe 110 on Wednesday. Winds northeast 5 to 15, and a stray shower or thunderstorm will be possible on Wednesday. Thursday, mostly the same, just a little bit cooler. Friday, still pretty much the same, a little bit cooler. Chances for rain will be in the forecast Thursday and Friday. And then Saturday, the chance for rain is going to go up to about 20%. Still low chance, but at least a chance is in the forecast. Partly cloudy skies, high still mid to upper 90s. It will be a hot weekend out there with very, very limited chances for rain. Sunday, sunny to mostly sunny, high of 99. Southwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour into next week. A week from today, Monday, sunny to mostly sunny, southwest winds 5 to 15, and trending drier. No rain in our forecast for Monday, I believe. Yeah, that's correct. No rain in the forecast for Monday. So here is our 7-day rainfall forecast. If you're fortunate enough to see rain at some point over the next 7 days, totals are looking like less than 1/10 of an inch, maybe up to 1/10 of an inch for Toledo Bend country down towards Steinhagen Reservoir and into southeast Texas, closer to Beaumont and Lake Charles. We zoom things out here, and you see the highest rainfall over the next 7 days really looks like it's going to be over the open waters of the Gulf. However, on shore, the highest rainfall total totals probably from, we'll say Baton Rouge, not Lake Charles, Baton Rouge to New Orleans, Lake Pontchartrain, to the east into southern Mississippi, and then Alabama, Georgia, and Florida. But again, the open waters of the Gulf, those rainfall totals will be highest, possibly 10 to 15 inches of rain in the open or over the open waters of the Gulf. So there is full screen. The 7-day forecast showing you what we can expect. Again, it is going to be hot out there, very limited chances for rain. Most of us are going to stay dry. And what I want to do, I want to pull this up and show you. You can see the temperatures, the chances for rain. What I want to show you is this. So this is a look at the forecast afternoon temperature and then the forecast heat index. And you'll see the forecast heat index tomorrow and Wednesday well into the triple digits. The heat index will be lower Thursday with a drop in the humidity, but we're likely to see heat advisories and again possibly excessive or extreme heat warnings for Wednesday. Possibly tomorrow. Right now, heat advisory in place, but possibly seeing, here's the deal. We're going to see heat alerts for the next couple of days, but Thursday, maybe some relief from the heat, or at least the relief from the humidity might remove those from our forecast. Let's take a look at our weather history segment for today, talking about Hurricane Emily. Today in history, I should say, on July the 20th, 2005, Hurricane Emily made a final landfall in northern Mexico as a Category 3. Storm surge destroyed most of Laguna Madre, not the Texas Laguna Madre, but the Laguna Madre in northern Mexico, a coastal fishing community there. Heavy wind damage and inland flooding was reported around several other towns. Thankfully, no lives were lost. The Daily Weather History segment comes to us courtesy of the Southeast Regional Climate Center. Again, on this day, Hurricane Emily, final landfall in northern Mexico. That'll do it for our Today in Weather History segment and our kind of short-range forecast part of the show. When we come back, we'll take a look at our long-range forecast and then also some lighthearted, uplifting stories, if you will, as we are getting our week started here on this Monday. Stick around. First Alert Weather Extra. We'll be right back after this.
This summer, make a move to fight hunger by supporting the East Texas Food Bank's Summer Food Program for Kids.
I've got a sandwich.
When schools close for the summer, so do their food programs.
Carrots, woohoo!
The East Texas Food Bank's Summer Food Program provides thousands of free meals to children age 18 and younger.
Apples, awesome.
To learn more, go to easttexasfoodbank.org/summerfood. It's the winning move.
Did you know you can watch KLTV7 live or whenever you want? Totally free with no subscriptions. Just search KLTV7 on your Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, or Android TV. Get local live news, first alert weather, and sports anytime you want it. Download and stream KLTV7, watch live, or play it back later. It's easy to watch, easy to install, and it's free. This is KLTV7 on your schedule. So the next time you stream, search KLTV7 News.
When you put your trust in the KLTV First Alert weather team, you are putting your trust in a combined 40 years of experience.
We don't hype things up. We don't try to scare people. We want to give what actually is going to happen.
I'm forecasting for an area where all of my family is. I want them to be safe, and I want you to be safe.
We're spending, hours and hours looking in depth at the forecast so that you can prepare.
We all have our specialties, and when we put them all together, it makes for the perfect team.
Start the show. All right, stand by for show open. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, East Texas.
Thanks for waking up with us.
Mornings start here.
And welcome back to First Alert Weather Extra here on this, again, Monday edition of the show, Monday, July the 20th. We've talked about the heat that's building in this week, and this is the time of year that things kind of quiet down for us, late July into August. barring any tropical activity, things typically get pretty quiet here in East Texas. It gets hot, humid, sunny, no rain, and that's kind of what is setting up this week. But the exception for that is going to be this tropical depression in the Gulf that's expected to become Tropical Storm Bertha. Again, Tropical Depression 2, as of this afternoon, not yet a tropical storm, but expected to become one by the time we get to this time tomorrow, if not sooner. Really expecting that to be sooner. So let's take the 7-day forecast once again and just kind of take a look at what we can expect in the long range, given it's a quiet time of year, barring tropical activity. So there's the 7-day, hot, mostly sunny, chances for rain pretty slim to none. Maybe Saturday, the chance for rain be just a little bit higher, but even at that, the chance does look to be pretty low. And some of this rain may not even be associated with what could become Bertha. Some of the modeling that Katie and I were looking at as we worked on the forecast this afternoon suggests we might try to see, or we might see a line of thunderstorms that would be a better way to put it, a line of showers and thunderstorms try to move into the area from the north on Saturday. Even that chance is questionable, but low-end chances, at least in our forecast at times, off and on over the next 7 to 10 days. The Climate Prediction Center 8 to 14-day outlook for the 28th through the 3rd of August. Hotter for us, warmer than normal conditions, really expected to set up for us here in East Texas through the end of the month and into the first part of August. And again, if you have a heat dome or an area of high pressure that sets up over the western U.S., that kind of is in line with that. So high pressure sets up over the southwest, and then that's going to mean extremely warm conditions, warmer than normal conditions for much of the country, but East Texas included in that. And then at the same time, we're probably going to see near normal chances for rain. And what is normal? Well, slim to none this time of year, but not trending drier than normal or wetter than normal here in East Texas. However, it is that monsoon season for the desert southwest, so they will see a slightly higher chance than normal for rain in that area. And then the Midwest, kind of Ohio River Valley, trending drier than normal in the 8 to 14-day range. They're currently under risks for severe weather for the next few days. Even already today, they've had some tornado warnings in parts of Illinois, but a drier than normal forecast expected for them to close out the month and start off the month of August. In the hazard outlook from the Climate Prediction Center, the entire state of Texas under a slight to a moderate risk for excessive heat or extreme heat in that 8 to 14-day range. It is going to be hot to close out this month, and that's going to be the big headline. Again, barring any tropical activity, which we do have right now, this time of year things are pretty quiet for us. So there is our first alert extended forecast, taking you out for the next 10 days. Highs upper 90s and triple digits. I do think we'll have some spots a little warmer than 100, but we're just going to leave it at 100 for now. Again, kind of our internal rules. We don't even like to put 100 till we've done it, but the confidence is there that we're probably going to make it there and exceed that threshold later this week. So we went ahead and put it for now. Chances for rain, again, pretty low, maybe a higher chance for rain towards the mid to late part of next week, but even then that chance at this time does look to be on the low end. High temperatures, upper 90s and triple digits for the next 7 to 10 days. The dog days of summer are here, aren't they? That'll do it for our long-range forecast. When we come back, again, kind of a lighthearted bunch of stories for us today. Wanted to do something maybe to lift our spirits on this hot summer sunny day out there. So stick around. When we come back, we'll be taking a look at that. And then also, because it's a Monday, our weather accuracy or our forecast accuracy report for last week and our satellite image of the day. Stick around. You're watching Weather Extra right here on East Texas Now.
This summer, make a move to fight hunger by supporting the East Texas Food Bank's summer food program for kids.
I've got a sandwich.
When schools close for the summer, so do their food programs.
Carrots, woohoo!
The East Texas Food Bank's summer food program provides thousands of free meals to children aged 18 and younger.
Apples, awesome.
To learn more, go to easttexasfoodbank.org/summerfood. It's the winning move.
In East Texas, if you know where to go, every weekend is an adventure. With the East Texas Weekend, you're never too far from fun. The East Texas Weekend is here to help you find a side of East Texas waiting to be discovered. From local events for the whole family to fun activities that cater to the enthusiast in all of us. Eat, shop, play, and so much more. Download our mobile app and plan your weekend experience today.
Yo, dog, we should go to the lake.
Man, I wish we could, but there's a storm rolling in here in about 10 minutes.
Yo, storm? What do you mean? There's not a cloud in this. Yo, how did you know that?
First alert.
Huh.
The KLTV First Alert Weather app. Stay ahead of the storm.
Did you know you can watch KLTV 7 live or whenever you want? Totally free with no subscriptions. Just search KLTV 7 on your Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, or Android TV. Get local live news, first alert weather, and sports anytime you want it. Download and stream KLTV 7, watch live, or play it back later. It's easy to watch, easy to install, and it's free. This is KLTV 7 on your schedule. So the next time you stream, search KLTV 7 News.
And welcome back here to First Alert Weather Extra. Usually this is the time of our show where I like to show some weather stories, some science-related stories, or maybe some animal story, just something science-related, if you will, usually. Today, there were a lot of different things to choose from, but there was nothing that really stood out to me as much as this, what we call a package, which is kind of a fully produced story. There was nothing that stood out to me as, oh, I got to run that, except for kind of this. And it's not exactly weather related, but I still thought it was interesting. So here's kind of the intro. A uniquely shaped raccoon in Seattle is turning heads and capturing hearts. And as it goes viral for its confusing and captivating looks, Jeremy Roth has more for us in today's Take a Look at This.
What am I looking at?
That is a great question, and the confusion could be forgiven as videos of an oddly shaped raccoon wandering around Seattle have taken the town and the internet by storm.
Almost a little supernatural.
The confounding critter, known to locals for its unique and spherical shape, has been caught on camera all around town and was nicknamed Jimothy by at least one witness. But why Jimothy?
Me and my husband saw him and he looked like a Jimothy to us.
Fair enough. He looks like something, that's for sure. But what gives Jimothy this odd, what exactly gives him, what gives? One local veterinarian believes Jimothy has a congenital spine shortening disease.
It does look quite unusual, but it is a condition that happens in other mammals as well.
That's not to minimize Jimothy's exceptionality, though. Folks online sure aren't, where the rotund and rascally raccoon has achieved legendary status, complete with its own fantastical fan art. Another furry friend got a whole lot of attention in coastal California when rescuers pulled out all the stops to save a small dog spotted swimming alone in the San Francisco Bay. Witnesses alerted the Menlo Park Fire Protection District, saying the dog had run into the water and just kept going. After spotting the pooch, an effort was launched by air and sea, and the teeny treading pup was scooped up and brought back to dry land. The dog was shivering, but its heroes were chivalrous, giving it plenty of love and warmth until a local SPCA was contacted, which later reunited the dog with its family, who had reportedly been looking for it since July 4th. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Roku users, here's how you can add KLTV to your device in just a few simple steps. Grab your remote and head to the search bar. Once you're there, type in KLTV. You'll see the thumbnail appear. Select it. Then choose Add App. Once it's installed, head back to the home screen and find the app. Select the app to open it. Now you have access to free live newscast, First Alert weather, and our full library of local content. Stream anytime. KLTV.
Man, those bleachers are uncomfortable.
Where can I get one of those?
Only in the red zone.
And welcome back here to Weather Extras. We begin to land the plane here on this Monday. Every Monday we do our forecast accuracy report where I take our forecast from last week, day by day, and input it into a spreadsheet, and then I put in the actual observed conditions for high temperatures, low temperatures, and rain for East Texas. And then it's kind of a proprietary thing because we cover such a large area. If we were to say, well, the high today in Tyler was this and we forecasted this, but in, we'll say, Mount Pleasant or Longview, the temperature was only this, well, that's not representative of the whole area, and we try to account for a large part of the area, not just one city. So the spreadsheet does some calculations based on the cities where we input some data, and it gives us our results. So that's kind of some how the sausage is made, if you will, on that. So here you go, our forecast accuracy report. Pretty good last week. Some significant improvement from the week before. Pretty much every day last week except for Tuesday, our highs were within 2 degrees, and even on Tuesday we were only half a degree outside of that 2-degree range, and then our lows every day were within 2 degrees. And if we said it was going to rain, it rained. If we said it was going to be dry, it stayed dry across East Texas. So our percentages here we go. 86% accuracy on our highs within 2 degrees, and then the lows and the rain chances 100% there. And again, 86% accuracy, at least when I was in school, that would have been a B. But if you think about it, that was one day. We missed 1 day out of 7 days on our highs within 2 degrees. I'd say that's pretty good. So I still think we did a pretty good job last week, if I must say so myself, on that forecast. And I like looking at this. It keeps us accountable, and it's some transparency. Those of you that watch the show since the inception or have been with us for a while, you know that there have been some weeks where these numbers did not look very good for us, but we do it every Monday that we have a show, and so try to be transparent with you there on that. As we wrap things up here, we close out with our daily satellite image of the day. Let's get it pulled up for us today. I wonder what we're looking at. We are looking at Tropical Depression 2, expected to become Tropical Storm Bertha by tomorrow. Again, this is over the northeastern Gulf. We're looking at convection, or that kind of bubbling that you see in the clouds there. Convection bubbles around Tropical Depression 2. These convection bubbles around that swirling center of the Tropical Depression, again, over kind of the northeastern Gulf. This image comes to us courtesy of the Cooperative Institute for Research in the Atmosphere and NOAA's GOES-19 satellites, which give us such a unique view of things from space, but also not only just kind of cool to look at, they are providing I think safe to say critical information for us, not only the satellite images, but so much that these satellites record for us and go into all the different things we look at on this show with these satellite images, but just we're looking at tropics right now. It gives us a better way to forecast tropical systems in the Atlantic. The Goes East satellite covering the Atlantic Ocean for us. So just such a crucial tool in the tool belt, if you will, of weather resources that we have courtesy of NOAA and the United States government. So appreciate them making that data available to us. Of course, I don't think they would be able to not do that, but appreciate them and, again, the Cooperative Institute for Research in the Atmosphere for their contributions and their pooling of these images and all the other things involved with that. That will do it for our show today on this Monday. Again, the two big headlines this week, heat and the tropics. We'll have more on both of those things on our Tuesday edition of First Alert Weather Extra. Folks, have a good night. I look forward to seeing you right back here for the Tuesday edition of our show. We'll see you then. Have a good night.
Roku users, here's how you can add KLTV to your device in just a few simple steps. Grab your remote and head to the search bar. Once you're there, type in KLTV. You'll see the thumbnail appear. Select it. Then choose Add App. Once it's installed, head back to the home screen and find the app. Select the app to open it. Now you have access to free live newscast, First Alert Weather, and our full library of local content. Stream anytime. KLTV.
Man, those bleachers are uncomfortable.
Where can I get one of those?
Only in the red zone.
Alright, stand by for show open. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, East Texas.
Thanks for waking up with us.
Mornings start here.
Welcome back to East Texas Now. This is Hannah, Kylie,
and Leo. And we're covering the stories you want to hear about.
live local news, breaking news, and interviews all day long, every day.
Thank you for having me.
I hope you were entertained and, more importantly, informed.
And guess what? You can watch us totally free with no subscriptions. You can just search KLTV 7.
This is East Texas Now, live local news all day long.